Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I am your host, Midnight Sun, and today we are going to be going on the next step of our big ol' magical adventure. Before we do that though, I thought I'd be consistent and actually listen to Navi. I haven't quite been doing it as often as I know I should, but then again, who really wants to listen to Navi anyway? But I think we get a clue from her. I think we get a clue, but apparently we don't. Okay, so I thought that she would be telling us where we need to go next, but I guess you just kind of gotta wander around the world until you find that out. But of course, we are all very busy people with very busy schedules, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward to where we actually do have to go. Spoiler alert, we need to go to Kakariko Village, so there you go. Yeah, when in doubt, go to Kakariko. You know, it used to be when in doubt, go to Hyrule Castle, but now that this place is totally fucked, we need to go to Kakariko Village, so, yeah, let's go there. And here we are in, oh dear, Kakariko Village. Ooh, we got a cinematic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play. Enjoy the, fire? Enjoy the fire. Stupid controller. And there you go. That's actually the first time that we don't chase after Sheik, and that's also the first time that I've messed up on one of the songs. I know I've ragged on it before, but I really hate the GameCube controller for playing the Ocarina. Actually, I haven't liked anything after the N64 controller for playing the Ocarina, like on any of Ocarina of Time's, reincarnations. Anyway, even though we should probably check out what's beneath the well here. There's a big old rock, so we are not going to be doing that. I guess our only chance is to see if maybe this was different during another time in its history. I think you know where I'm going here. I think we're all going to go to the past. But first, as promised, yeah, it did. We just... okay. Anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and head over there. Wow, I am really depressed on these segues, jeez. Alrighty then, and here we are back in Kakariko Village as a kid. I'm sure that as much as you would have wanted to see that entire thing, you'll understand that you didn't need to. I'm looking out for all of y'all. Anyways, in the twilight of this town, appropriate considering the fact that we're going to be heading into the darkness, so as we are in the light, we are going to be plunging into the dark. We are in the twilight, the middle ground. And the Well of Three features, being boring, I guess. Gosh. Okay, well I thought that maybe we could just jump in there. But of course, I already knew there was going to be water there. After all, I've played this game a lot. Anyway, so, what are we going to have to do? Well, we remember that there was this one dude who said that that some kid with an ocarina had come and played an odd song. So we might as well make this a stable time loop. And go ahead and play that song for him. And I don't know why there's a question mark here. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious this is a windmill. I mean, yeah. He's a very happy hobo. Just sitting around here. Uh-huh. I think you already have. I mean, you're kind of playing it, but, yeah, sure, why not? Here. I have a really good idea. You should play this. I mean, I know that's what he's already playing, but there we go. Anyway, just like when we were adults, as most of you should remember, all those months ago, the windmill goes absolutely nuts, but this time, for some strange reason, maybe somebody can tell me exactly why this happens, but, there we go, yeah. The water level in the well falls. I mean, maybe somebody can explain to me why that is happening concurrent with us playing the song and the windmill spinning around and around and around. Yes. Yes, it is indeed going way too fast. It's a very fun ride, but we need to get off now. We have some very important time things to do. Very important time things. Alright. Alright, alright. Finding conversation topics. Jumping into the well. Or jumping in front of it. Jumping into the well. There we go. Alright. And, okay, I don't want to do that. So, let us go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bottom of the well. We can already hear a Reed dead in the background there. So, ominous place. Very ominous place. I mean, it's dark, it's scary, it's walls. There are walls. And ladders. Watch out for them ladders. Now, this actually makes an odd switch. You will notice that, you know, okay, that was stupid. You'll notice that with the other dungeons, like, at least with the past two, they haven't really required us to go very far into them, at least not as far as we were used to, you know. The water temple, the fire temple, those two, we explored only really a small portion of them before we were really done. However, bottom of the well, as you'll see when I eventually catch up with all these stupid original videos, bottom of the well, as you'll see, is it's kind of doing the opposite. In the original Legend of Zelda, you really didn't need to go all that far in this place. There was really only, let's see, there were there were only two things you really needed to do in order to finish this place up, as far as you needed it. I'll explore further, you know, when I do the original run-through, but really, it was a very short run if you were just coming in here to get the necessary item. And there is a necessary item in here. This isn't just for, you know, this isn't just for kicks. Unfortunately, I came into this place a little bit blind. I mean, I had played it over again recently, but not all that recently. I've been a little bit busy playing other games, namely Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. No, not Revelations, Brotherhood, and Skyrim. So yeah, Skyrim is pretty much taking up about as much time in my life right now as World of Warcraft did when I was still playing that. So that should tell you just how obsessed I am with that game right now. One of my friends was actually a tester. That's part of the reason why I got it. And, you know, I was like, wow, this is really good. Anyway, idle conversation about a different game. Not good here. Anyway, so these spirits here are telling us to search for the Eye of Truth. What that is, we do not know yet. Although, we might be able to guess what it has to do with, what it's related to, once we get a little bit further in here. I thought that maybe his backside was to me, or that I could, you know, I could run past him, but I kind of undershot my target. And then this happened. Aren't camera angles lovely? Just lovely. Anyways, we got our heart back that it tried to take away from us. And we hit this little switch here, which is nice. It opens up a door, and we can now go around and through that door. Yep. Really, there's not all that much to talk about here. I'm sliding along the walls because I was hoping to maybe go through them. And you'll understand why. Most of you will already understand what I'm talking about. Although, actually, the things that were hidden in here in the original, a lot of them have been revealed. Like, you know, or covered up. Like, that area down there with the grate, a lot of the places that you'll see with the grates on the floors, in fact, all of them, if I'm correct, were actually, like, covered over with this hallucination. This invisible, not invisible, I'm sorry. It was an intangible floor, and if you walked over it, you would fall through it. We see that there is a Zelda's Lullaby thing going on here, so we're going to go ahead and play that. This actually was one of the 2 things that you needed to do in order to finish this place up in the original. Of course, here it kind of opens up this door, which, you know, is necessary, but isn't all that impressive. It doesn't get us to the end as fast as it did before. And we're going to get our little warning. Yep, there are, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know. Fuck it. Wall Masters. Wall Masters. Yes, the Wall Masters here. We're actually going to see a Floor Master, too. And we get our generic dungeon map. There we go. Alright. And there is our opponent. Of course, we can't dispatch it as easily as we could as an adult. It takes 2 jump attacks to destroy this thing. As a child with our little dagger sword. And now let's go into these little side rooms that we've managed to open up. The first one contains a lovely assortment of opponents that we can't see. So there you go. The theme of this... Damn. The theme of this dungeon is that you can't see shit. So, yeah. That is a big skull right there, and that's a keys. But, fucking see them. Oh my god, Stop it. Alright. We defeated one enemy that was non-essential, but is the reason why this room exists. When I say non-essential, I guess I should say, really, non-threatening. Alright. And, unfortunately, I'm aiming at the wrong piece. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Anyways. Gold Skulltula. We get our loot, and we get the hell out of here. So, now that we understand what the dungeon's mechanic is going to be, it's pretty easy to guess what the dungeon item is going to allow us to do. If you guessed see invisible shit, well, you were right. I thought that maybe here it'd be fooling me. That floor might not be there, really. Another door opens up. Really, most of the exploration in this place is just to get gold skulltulas. It's a very small but condensed area. You can kind of get lost if you're not keeping track of where you've been, which is actually what ends up happening to me a little bit later on. And I hate this. This, like, yeah, that happens right there. I hate that. And actually, all of the keys, there are no little boxes that are holding the keys this time around. There are just, what are they called? they're just kind of chilling out, I guess is the best way to put it. They're out in the open. If you look down, you'll notice that it doesn't go to some mysterious dark black nowhere. It actually does lead down to a place. And we are going to be heading down there very shortly. Because it is integral that we get down there. It was not in the original, but it is now. Master Quest, changing things up. Changing things up. Alright, I really wanted to make sure here that I wasn't going to fall down somewhere. I was like, is it real? Yeah, it's real, okay. Always trying to keep my distance away from these pots in case a fairy pops out. Alright. Going. Ugh, I can't wait to play Skyward Sword. Sorry. That kind of came out. Now that we have a key, we can go ahead and, ouch, roll down here. First of all, though, we need to explode this thing here. By the way, you'll notice that I've been doing this. So long as a mound of dirt, or whatever that's supposed to be, as long as a mound has, like, this red crack on the top, no matter how big or how small it is destructible. And very often, you'll find something down there. It might just be a helpful item, but sometimes it is an important item. So, never forget to do that. Oh my god, okay. Here we have a re-dead, basically, but this is different. It's called a Gidbos. And I thought that the Din's Fire would reveal a specific effect in it. First of all, just like a re-dead, which it basically is, like I said, it's just the mummy version. They reskinned it for the sake of... More like they added the same effect to a different model. They just kind of did that for the sake of... Why not? Now, I thought that this was going to do something. But I guess it's only in Majora's Mask that happens. In Majora's Mask, when you hit an opponent with... when you hit a Gidbos with a fiery attack, it will actually take off all the bindings and turn them into a re-dead. And there's a good reason why I decided to fast forward all this. It's because I basically derped. And you'll see that this Gidbos did very intimate huggings all over me a few times. Quite an awkward situation. And there we go. So yeah, just like I said before, I kind of went in here a little bit blind. I was like, maybe I'm doing something right here, maybe I'm not. I thought that there was a key in one of these sarcophagi. In fact, in the original one, that's what I was thinking of. In the original, there was. So, you know, you would have had to open up all of them until you found the one, or if you could remember where it was, you know, good for you. Thumbs up. But as for me, I was just kind of like, oh, this room. Yeah. In case you're wondering, I believe that was sped up to, was it 500% or like 800%? I think it was 500% that I was sped up to, so that should tell you how long I was walking around there with no real purpose. And it's going to happen again, so get ready. Get ready. Anyway, now we start my running around, because even though I know that I have to go down to a different level, I'm kind of putting it off. Just a little bit. I'm just putting it off a little bit. Let's go down to this lower level first, though. Bleh. Alright. This is actually where we would have wanted to go in the original dungeon area thing. It's kind of a dungeon. It's a mini dungeon. Although, really, it takes us about as long as a normal dungeon would, so I guess I shouldn't be, you know, patronizing its size. Got us a bomb. Nice. And, okay. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, most of these things aren't actually going to... Oh, yeah, that's right. Most of those places don't actually reveal anything, but some of them do. And this one over here would likely get away from you. This is why we make sure to destroy everything, to open up everything we can in Master Quest. Because there's a key there. Ta-da! Anyway, now we get to go into one of my favorite kinds of boss fights. There you go. You step near to one of those hands, it grabs you on the head, and the enemy appears. Those hands, by the way, cannot be destroyed, or if they can be destroyed, I can't remember, they regenerate. It is infinite hands, the dead hand. And yes, I can't remember what I thought it said. I thought it said, like, arm for its head or something silly like that. I don't know. But yeah, this is one of my favorite fights. You can ask any one of the people who have played in an RPG that I've run. That's one of my favorite phrases is risk and reward. I love it when I love to put something in there that makes people take a risk that might end up giving them, you know, what they want. And even though the item that we're going to get from this dungeon takes away the need to risk ourselves by putting, you know, the hands on top of our heads, it's still good that we get the chance to do that, and I'll keep on fighting it like this, just because, you know, I'll show the gimmick once, but, you know, I like this whole thing. I like risk and reward, because, you know, you'll notice that where he's popping up isn't where he, you know, isn't where he, burrows. You know, he pops up in a random place. He could pop up, like, right next to you, and then you'd be taking damage. And if you were doing a minimalist run, God have mercy. Anyway, we murder him. Again, he was already dead. I don't really know if he was murdered before, so I shouldn't make that kind of assumption, but I am, because, I don't really know. Anyway, we have Harvey jumping into the chest, because he's a short little dude. And we get ourselves a compass. Yay! By the way, that compass isn't exactly going to be all that helpful, considering that there are only 3 chests in this dungeon, I believe. If there is another one, then I don't know about it, and it escaped my notice, even though I did have the compass. And all 3 of the, you know, items that we can find in them are just there. They're, you know, all 3 of them on the map. Compass, map, and dungeon item. Where was I going? Gosh, I lost my train of thought halfway through that very short sentence. I only got, like, 3 hours of sleep last night, so it is really showing, wow. But I really wanted to get this one out before the break, and that is what I am doing. So even though this one's kind of crappy, you want to know what? I was like, been too long, been too long. Anyway, we go down into here, because I was all like, well, I haven't really gone to here yet. Unfortunately, we can't really do all that much here at the moment. Or at least I thought. My foolish assumption would condemn me to a lot of running around later, as we will see. Anyways, might as well go down the hole. Why not? And we take damage from going down this hole. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And there are also wall masters. Also beautiful and awesome. And full of money. Money is so easy to get in this game. Like, that thing right there just dropped like 120 rupees. 120 rupees! Seriously. I mean, maybe if this game had more stuff that you had to buy, or, you know, or could buy that was useful, it would be one thing, but it's really just kind of like, you are maxed on rupees all the time, unless you're buying fish. And who buys fish? I mean, really. Anyway, we find ourselves right here with a big old group of re-dead, which I'm going to slay, because I couldn't remember how to make that chest there appear. The chest is not yet there, so there must be something that makes it poof into existence. We don't know it yet. So, when did I start speeding this up? Because it's about this time that I realized something. I realized that I was going the wrong way. Fortunately for me, re-dead will always walk towards the most recently killed of their kind. A little bit more stupid than Gibbos. I don't think Gibbos do that, so that is, I guess, one thing that does make them different. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. If it's a difference, it's whatever. Okay. I thought he was actually walking towards me for a second, but then I remembered his dude's behind me. Alright. So about now, I really realized that I had no freaking clue what I was doing. I was just kind of lost. I was like, well, maybe I'll go down one of these paths. And sure enough, I mean, there's something to be found down these paths. Don't get me wrong. Like, right down here. There are hearts! Yay! So you can replenish all the hearts that you know, took damage from when you were running around back here, trying to get back there. From those rocks. I hate moving rocks. Anyway, wow, there's a lot of stuff in these games that I hate. Why do I keep on playing them? Eh, they're enjoyable. They're really fun. They're classics. Oh yeah, by the way. Invisible Skulltulas. Joy! Anyways, we are going to go ahead and dispatch them as quickly as we possibly can. By which I mean, it's going to take me a little while. So bear with me. Yeah. Jumped a bit too close. And that time I jumped when its mask was facing me, so beautiful. There we go, finally. I can't remember if I actually calculated that or if it was blind luck. But it worked out in the end. And... ah, damn it. Come on. Come on, Harvey. You're not this stupid, are you? I guess I am that stupid. We see a gold skulltula at the end of this path, so at least there's that. There's a little bit of light at the end of the dungeon. Huh, dungeon instead of tunnel. I didn't even mean to do that. Just kind of came out. I still have it. Still have it. Anyway, got the gold skulltula. And this is where I really started derping, as you'll see. This is sped up for your amusement to 800% speed. So I was just kind of wandering around everywhere, trying to figure out what I had forgotten. I came down here a second time. Walking around. At this point, I was getting kind of desperate, because I realized I was just kind of whacking walls and spin attacking everything. Is it here that I remembered? No, it wasn't here that I remembered. I think I went down one more time, even. No, it was right here. It was right here. I saw the explosion, and I looked, and I was like, wait, I have a key. There must be a door with a key. Oh, right. The door I couldn't get into before. But I forgot for a moment the reason why I couldn't get into it. It's because it's blocked with bars. But look, you see that little glimmer in his eye? That, you know, that little shine? Guess what? Fucking Switch. Nintendo, you brilliant evil bastards. And here we are met with a two-prong attack. Shadow's the monster that hang from the ceiling. So we got Wall Masters, and we got a Floor Master. Cage match. Round 1 of 2. Fight. So we go ahead and let him attack. We do our double jump to make him split up, and then we destroy his little minions, children, whatever. Although using Dense Fire almost screwed me here because... Oh, did you see that? The Wall Master was still after me. Still after me. I wanted to make sure that I killed them both, because even though I could go through that door right now, if it turned out that those guys were part of some puzzle, then I would have, you know, kicked myself a little bit. Anyways, now we are faced with the most unfrightening of opponents. Skull Volatilas on a wall that we can't even walk up on. Really only dangerous if we, you know, push ourselves against the wall and hold it tight. And now the essential doorway has opened. We are able to get down to the place that we need to get to. A little gnome bridge, and by the way, yeah, because of the fact that they were not part of any puzzle, they also respawn. It goes both ways. There is, yeah, but, you know, there was that little thing right there, that grate, and I remembered as soon as I saw it that was the key part of finishing up this dungeon. However, I could not remember how to do it. I couldn't remember how to get to that switch. But finally, I stopped being stupid and running around, and there we go. This little bridge that didn't really have anything important on it in the original was the most important switch of all, because it let us get down here to finally get the damn dungeon item. Now, of course, I'm just going to have to equip this because, honestly, at this point, I was kind of tired of fighting. So I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to fight the Re-Dead. I'm just going to go ahead and freeze them, grab the item, and leave. First, though, I got to destroy Moneybags there. And fail at playing the ocarina again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sun Song. Cool stuff. And now we get in here, and we get our final large box. Oh, I wonder where it could be. It's so exciting. Well, I don't know where it could be. Some of you know where it could be. It is the Lens of Truth, aka the Eye of Truth, if you were paying attention to the spirits. Basically, it lets you see invisible stuff. It also mentions that we should use it outside of the well. When I actually originally got it, I thought that it was only going to be useful for inside the well, so that was silly. But then again, I was like, what, like 8 years old? 7, 8 years old, so, you know. I played this game basically when it came out, so there you go. As you may have caught a snippet there, we are now able to see invisible opponents. It's not just walls and stuff, it's anything that is invisible to the naked eye, we are able to see inside of this thing. And now that I have this, there is one last bit of business that I need to take care of before we can go ahead and take our leave of this video. Back here in Jabu Jabu's belly. Those of you who watch the collection videos know what I'm doing here. That's right. There was one puzzle that I could not finish here, because I could not see some of the opponents that I had to kill. But now I can kill them. And I count. Okay, almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And with all 5 of them dead, a super special hookshot item pillar appears, which grants us access to this too tall to climb onto normally from the water ledge. And now, triumphantly, I'm finally able to get the final gold Skulltula in the Child Dungeons. The Child Harvey Dungeons. So, there we go. And we are victorious, my friends. So, what did we do in this video today? Well, we had long periods of silence as I thought about something to talk about on 3 hours of sleep. We traveled through a dark, dank little tunnel doodad with dangerous things that were inside of it. We killed some ghosty dudes, and then we came back to finish up a quest long overdue. So, that is all for now. I will see you next time when we venture into the Shadow Temple. So, I will see you all there, and enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody. I was glad I was able to get this one out to you before that happened. Good night.